Good evening, families. Welcome to our back to school night. Today is September 2nd, 2020. I know you're really excited to meet with your teachers this evening. I just wanted to share some information with you on how to best support your son or daughter through this challenging time. With me, I have Ann Fitch, our counselor, and she's excited to talk about social emotional, and we will address not only social emotional support, but also academic support. We've had a great start to the year. I just wanted to share some of my favorite pictures from walking around in our classrooms. I just wanted to say how proud I am of all of your children. They have done an exceptional job and have very quickly gotten into our new routines and practices this year. They have done a great job wearing their masks and maintaining distance between their peers. And it feels so much like a regular school year. We love having them back in their classrooms. And they have already begun so many of our lessons that we typically do at this time of the year. They're getting books that are just right for them. They're sharing stories and small moments from their families and writing long and strong about them. And they're also really engaging as mathematicians and really building some strong relationships already. So they have just done an incredible job. So thank you so much for trusting us and sharing them with us this year. It is a different year for us, and we have been talking with the kids about what it looks like to go for the gold, both while they're here learning at school and while they are learning virtually. You can click on the link on the left-hand side to see these documents closer up, but as you go through these, they really talk about our new safety measures. For example, they talk about maintaining social distance, giving their friends some space. They also talk about wearing their mask and washing their hands. So we really are incorporating some of these new safety measures into our daily life here at Gold Rush and really teaching kids what this looks like throughout our building. We also are having to talk about what it looks like to go for the gold virtually. This is new for us at the start of this year. And again, these are things that you can help us, especially on those Fridays when kids are engaging in their learning with their teacher in a live setting. We really want kids to be active, to be tuning in, to kind of realize when they might not be as focused and just come back to that learning, and also to really share their thoughts and also really be ready, be on time, be in that great learning space, have their materials ready, and really sort of limiting some of those distracting objects. So we just really appreciate that support at home as we are learning in that different environment. I wanted to talk just a little bit about how you can help your child learn, especially in those asynchronous days and on those Fridays. One of the things we talk about every year, and the research really isn't changing, is just the importance of time, and time spent really reading and writing. And what the research is really showing us is that volume matters. So you're going to see in your kids' logs, their homework logs, and on asynchronous days, and even when they're here in school, we really want kids to be reading and writing for long stretches of time. This is one of my favorite graphs. If you've been at Gold Rush for a while, this is a familiar one to you. And it really talks about every minute really reading and really writing translates into both achievement and also develops students' vocabulary. So when you see those extended periods of time reading on their homework logs, help encourage that. One, it develops that love of reading and writing, but it also really is that practice in an authentic setting. Two other things that are just really essential, and again, the research hasn't changed on this, is really the importance of students reading for extended periods of time in a text that matches them, a text that they can read with 98% accuracy and fluency, and also talking about their text. We know that when we as adults are engaged in a great book, or we're reading something and we learn from it, we often want to run to our friends and talk about it. We included on this right-hand side, and there's a link for it as well, is some different thinking strategies that you can look to also to ask your son or daughter just some questions as you're reading. Those really help your son or daughter really make sure that they're understanding what they're reading about. So those long stretches of time reading books that they are engaged in, that they love, but also books that are not too difficult, and then really talking about them. And again, maybe using some of these different question prompts to guide that. We also know that this is a really different time and a different way of learning for all of us. And it's really important to foster that growth mindset as we are taking on this new challenge of learning remotely. And really, that growth mindset tells us through research that our brain grows as we make mistakes, and that we can all learn and grow and develop as readers and writers and mathematicians. So if your child is getting frustrated or they want to give up, using these questions to really reframe that and maintain our positive outlook. So I might not have that knowledge yet, or these mistakes are really growing my brain. We do that all the time when we're learning together. And we know that it might be frustrating to learn at home and learn through that asynchronous setting or on that Friday live Google Meets group, but really staying positive and using some of these statements to help foster a positive outlook. And our guidance counselor, Ann Fitch, is with us, and she also is here to support us and our students with social emotional learning and has a few tips for you as well.
Yeah, thanks to everybody. Like Dr. Brown has been saying, you know, we are under different times, but our kids are doing amazing and they're doing amazing things here. But we are here for you because we recognize that this is a different time and we are on this new adventure in education. So one of the things that I have for you guys that I'll show you on the next slide has a ton of different resources. But if you look on the slide right here, it just kind of talks about having you guys recognize what your self-care looks like. And then some ideas and strategies for your kiddos. So recognizing their anxiety and stress, if it could be different, just facing different challenges, their social emotional health. Maybe anger management is something that has kind of popped up, especially on those off days when it's not something that they're used to being at home and learning and trying to navigate that world, managing those behaviors, building positive conditions for that learning environment at home, some ideas for helping around e-learning, and then different mindfulness strategies. I know that's one of the things I talk to the kids a ton about here at Gold Rush. So that might be a familiar word to them, but those are great things to do also on their days at home. Some different boredom busters, some field trips. Those are also kind of things that can be incorporated into mindfulness to give them kind of a shift to help them keep going on their learning. And then one of these pictures this picture that I just kind of popped here in the middle just talks about kind of like what Dr. Brown said with that growth mindset, recognizing there are some things that we just don't have control over right now, but there are things that we do, and kind of having our kids kind of shape their thinking into what we can control. So this over here is linked. This is a presentation with all those different things that I was just talking about and ideas on websites to help support you guys and help support your kiddos.
Thank you so much. There are incredible resources within that linked presentation. So I really encourage you to take a look when you have some time there. And please know that we are both available if you have any specific questions for your son or daughter. Just a couple other reminders with regard to attendance. We are taking attendance 5 days a week, and we really are planning activities and practice on those asynchronous days. And we really want students to complete those assignments on their days that they are at home. We are taking attendance, and when they are not with us in person, we are looking at the work that they are completing as as a mark of their attendance when they are not learning in person. And also on Fridays, that's such an important time. Our staff and our teachers love to see your kids. It's a great opportunity for kids in both cohorts to come together in that full community circle. That's the only time on that Friday morning they're able to do that. And the teachers are really planning new instruction in their small groups. It's a great opportunity to combine kids across cohorts again in that small group setting, but they are continuing with academics. And then again, we do have specials in our afternoon. So please know that attendance is there for 5 days a week. And on our asynchronous days, we are expecting that the students are completing that important assigned work. We also know that as we gave several devices and for our e-learning families, and also students are taking their devices home, I just wanted to mention that our security filters are internet dependent and not device dependent. That means when your child brings home an iPad or a Chromebook, you really need to set parental controls for a filter through your internet. As soon as they come back and they're logged into our district internet, our filters come back up, and we are able to screen out quite many inappropriate sites and ways for kids to search. But at home, you really need to work through your internet. And we just gave a couple of examples on some different ways to set up some parent controls for that. This year, it's new for our district. Students are also using their Clever badge. Once they log on, they see quite a few apps that they are accessing both in person and remotely. Sometimes those Clever badges can be a little tricky. If you are having issues with your link that's through your Google Classroom, you can absolutely go to our Gold Rush website, and there under Student Resources is a way to scan the Clever badge as well. It's just another way to troubleshoot for you if you are having difficulty going through and navigating it in the other format. And again, these have been in our Friday blog. Just wanted to continue to provide some parent videos for you. I know as a parent myself, it's often tricky to get into new formats, Google Classroom, Google Meets. Joining different formats is often new to us as parents as well, myself totally included. So these are just a couple of videos. We will continue to update those as parents are asking some of the same questions. So please look in my Friday newsletter, the Friday push out for updated videos. We will make sure to include those to support you. And just want to say that, we love this quote: every challenge that we face is the opportunity to become even more than we've been before. Your children, our school has done just an exceptional job adapting to the times. I am blown away by what the kids are able to do and how quickly they've settled in. And like I said, as we opened, just engaged in the learning and engaged in new friendships. It's pretty incredible to watch. And it's been good for us as a school too, just to rethink about the ways that we do things, and just really have seen it as an opportunity for us for growth as well. We are here to support you throughout the year, whether you are a family that has chosen e-learning or the hybrid model. Please at any time feel free to reach out to myself. I included my email address, and Ann Fitch has also included her email address, but at any time, just call your teacher, us. We are all here to help you, and we feel very fortunate to be part of such an incredible community. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to a great year.